Alright, so this is on now. Alright, so let's get started. So this is the 27th of June and this is on Sunday. So thank you for joining everyone on this live stream for today. So every Sundays I share my views on the markets, forex pairs and commodities, and also indexes, and then I will review the news for next week. So let's get started. Let me get ready real quick. I will put this chat here and the okay. Alright, okay, microphone is working, okay. That's good. Alright, so looks like it's all set. Alright, so let's get started. So before starting here, just a quick disclaimer, as usual, is that the this information today is based on my own experience knowledge. So when you take trades, please do within risk management. And also this live stream, please follow the rules and guidelines so that everybody can learn something new on my YouTube channel. Alright, let's see who's here. Oh, John Pringle, thank you for joining the Ichimoku community. So please join Discord and connect your YouTube and Discord, and then you get all the perks in the Ichimoku community. So once again, John Pringle, thank you for joining and stay gold. Alright, Joel, Wong, thank you for joining, Gerald, and Jorg, Asif, Maxime and Mai, Nguyen and Jeff and Joel. Once again, thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you. Alright, so let's get started because we have lots of pairs markets to cover today. So let's start from the euro dollar and I will cover the weekly time frame. So here is euro USD and the price is now retracing backwards. We have this P wave on the weekly basis. The highs are lower and the lows are higher, and this is in the P wave, and the market looks to be bouncing and it might go up next week. But as per Kumo, it's flat and also Kijun Sen flat. And Chikou span still with the candles, and in that sense this is pure P wave. So if we see uptrend in the short term, I mean daily chart or lower time frames, and that will be a good entry to buy. But once it breaks, it can reach down to the previous support level at 1.1703, and also it may go back to the Senko span B level. So yeah, whether the P waves will be broken downwards or not will be the key for next week. So let's cover the next one, Euro AUD. Euro AUD looks to be flat still. The market is still ranging to me. The price is not really going anywhere. The price is now between Kijun Sen and Kumo flat, Chikou span touching with the candles, and this is ranging market. So I wouldn't really pay attention to the weekly chart, but I will look at the lower time frames to look for an entry chance. And here's Euro Pound. Euro Pound looks to be bearish, looks to be in the middle of the bearish wave, like this way. So the price may go down to the previous support at 0.8472 level. So in that sense, I will be looking for a sell chance on the next week. We see Kumo Senko span A is pointing down and Kijun Sen pointing down too. So in the long term, it looks to be bearish. So let's look at the Euro JPY now. Euro JPY, the price is still above the Kijun Sen, so this is still bullish. But the market is retracing back to the Kijun Sen now on the weekly chart. One thing that is very significant in this particular pair is that the market broke the Tenkan-sen 2 weeks ago, and last week was bullish, but this is in the middle of the retracement. So next week could be bearish and it could reach back to the Kijun-sen. And afterwards, what can happen is that the market might be bounced off of this Kijun-sen and goes up, or once it breaks, then it goes back to the Kumo here. So, but we will see this sometime in the month of July. But for now, I will also stay away in this pair because on the weekly chart basis, it's still retracing backwards. If Kijun-sen is up, if Kijun-sen points up sometime next week or next week, then I will look for buy in lower time frames. But in this case, the price broke the Tenkan-sen since the 30th of November. The price has been above the Tenkan-sen, but now it's broken downwards. So the market looks to be a bit tricky in lower time frames. So Euro JPY would be low priority for myself. If I see uptrend on the daily chart or lower time frames, then I take trades, but I don't really expect the market goes that big for next week. So let me look at the Euro CAD. So Euro CAD looks to be bearish. It's about to break the support level, is 1.4647, and the bottom of this week low is at 1.4578 level, and the market could reach back to that level, and it may happen sometime next week. The Kumo's been bearish after the twist, and also this the Kijun-sen is pointing downwards, Tenkan-sen down, and Chikou span below the candles, and this is bearish. So we can keep an eye on this one and look for sell chance in lower time frames. So I will put the purple mark to confirm that this is downtrending right now on the weekly chart. And let's move on to Euro Swiss franc. This one is flat right now. The Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, and the price is on the Kijun-sen now. So the price could retrace back to the Kumo in this case. So, and as per candlesticks, I don't see any trends either, so I would stay away on this pair. And let's move on to USD based currencies. So here is the USD JPY. There was a slight breakout of the resistance, but overall the market is still up at the top, so it might be retracing backwards next week. So next week could be bearish. So unless the market breaks the resistance level from last week, which is on 111.148 level, I will be staying away on the chart. Once it breaks, then I will be looking for a buy next week. Otherwise, I would stay away. Also, you can see that there are a couple of resistances in the past too. So the market can retrace backwards next week. So yeah, just be careful for the retracement. So let's move on to Data Swiss franc. This one is also range because the Kumo is flat and this is too tiny Kumo. And when you see the tiny Kumo like this on any time frames, you don't see the trend on that time frame. This is weekly chart, so if I see this very tiny Kumo like this, which goes sideways, this is showing that ranging market in the long term. Long term meaning that the term between 26 to 52 candles, it's been ranging, and that the Kijun-sen also shows flat, and price is exactly in the Kumo now, so we're not sure which way it's going next week. And also overall it's been in the P wave also, so it's been the P wave, but we're not sure which way is breaking because the price is simply into the Kumo now. So I would stick to lower time frames for entries, but we cannot really follow the higher time frame direction in this case. And then let's cover the USD-CAD. This one is bearish. The Kumo is bearish now. It's been downtrending. The Senko span A is pointing downwards while the Senko span B is flat. And also Kijun Sen is pointing down. Let me hide the candles and you see exactly which way the Kijun Sen is going. And you can clearly see that the Kijun Sen is going down and Senko span A down. Kumo has been downtrending and Chikou span below the candles. And this is bearish. So that means next week could be bearish also. The market might go down continuously. But once the market breaks the Kijun Sen next week, then from next week, we don't look for the sell chance anymore. But for now, looks like the market has been resisted by the Kijun Sen on the weekly chart, so I will still look for the sell chance. So I will mark this one also, as it's downtrending on the weekly chart as well. And now let's move on to pound-based currency pairs. So here is pound USD, and it looks to be bullish. The Kumo has been bullish now, and this the Senko span A is bullish also. And you can see that the Kijun Sen is pointing upwards too. And Chikou span still above the candles, and this is bullish. Yeah, so we can expect the market goes up in the long term on this bullish wave. But once again, once the market breaks the Kijun Sen downwards, then you might not gonna see the uptrend anymore. So that's one thing to notice next week also. But this one is uptrending, so I will mark this one as well. And then moving on to pound JPY. Pound JPY also looks to be bullish on a weekly basis as the Kumo's been going up, and Kijun Sen also points upwards this way. So the market can go up on the N wave consecutive, like in this direction. So in lower time frames, I will be looking for the buy chance next week. And moving on to pound AUD. Pound AUD has been exactly in the Kumo, and this Kumo has been too tiny on weekly chart, and Chikou span above the candles, but the Chikou span itself is between candles and the Kumo, and this is showing range market. The price is near the previous resistance level of 1.85209 level, so the market can retrace backwards next week. So in the weekly chart basis, we don't see any trends, so I would look at the lower time frames and follow the lower time frame directions. We might not gonna see any trends on the daily chart next week, as it's been quite flat and rangy market. So let's move on to the next one. This is pound CAD, and it's been flat completely. The Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat still. Last week was bearish, and we can see that there is an outside bar. So unless the market breaks either direction, we don't really look for the trading edges. But even so, even the market breaks the outside bar, the price has been in the range, so the market can retrace backwards anytime soon. So pound CAD has been very tricky, so most likely I will stay away in this pair. So let's move on to pound Swiss franc. The Kumo has been flat and Kijun Sen up, but Kumo flat, and the market has been very spiky for the last couple weeks. Since 12th of April, it's been flat and ranging, and this is very tricky, and I wouldn't any take trades. The market looks to be resisted at the at 1.28179 level, but it might break, or it might become fake breakout, and it can reverse backwards anytime soon. So And I do see that there are so many wicks up and downwards on the weekly chart. So yeah, I expect that it becomes very tricky to take trades on this one. So let's move on to the AUD-based currencies. So this one is AUD-USD, and this is also retracing backwards. It broke the support level on the weekly support level of 0.7527 area, and now last week was bullish, but since the weekly chart basis, it's been in between the Kijun-sen and Kumo, and Chikou span overlapping, so it's retracing backwards. The market could go up or it could go down, and we're not sure which way it's going. So this one I will take it as a low priority. And let me see the AUD-CAD pair. This one is also ranging, retracing. The price is into the Kumo now, and the price is near the previous support level at 0.9264 area. And so once it breaks, then it might go down. But once it goes upwards, then it might become tricky. So yeah, so even if you see the trend on the lower time frames, it might become tricky on this AUD-CAD. So I will take it as a lower priority for next week. And here is AUD-JPY. AUD-JPY weekly chart looks to be supported by the Kijun-sen, and last week was bullish. So, and also Kumo's up, Kijun-sen is up, and Chikou span above the candles, and I can see bullishness in this market. So next week could be bullish, so I'm monitor to buy on the lower time frames. And here is AUD Swiss franc, and it's flat. Kumo flat, and Kijun-sen is up, but the price is in between Kijun-sen and Kumo, so this is where I stay away from the market. Yeah, it looks like there's no trend. It's been retracing backwards kind of heavily, so I won't look for any buy chance or sell chance. Based on price action, the market was supported by the previous resistance level at 0.6893 level. So in that sense, it could go up in this direction. But myself, as a trader who uses Ichimoku Kinko Hyo to capture trend direction, I would wait until the market comes above the Kijun-sen on the weekly chart, and then I look for buy. I mean, I can be more positive to look for buy in lower time frames. If I see uptrend on the daily chart or lower time frames, then I still take trades. But if I see weekly also to be trending up and the price above the Kijun-sen and trends up this way, then I will expect bigger pips and profit, and I prefer to wait for that to come. So let's go to CAD pairs. So CAD-JPY, the market has been supported by the Tenkan-sen, and now it's gone up. Kumo's up, Kijun-sen is up, so next week could be also bullish, and we might see some uptrend next week. So this one I mark. And then the next one, CAD Swiss franc. Yeah, this pair is also ranging. Right now, if you see price action, the market has been in the P wave, but I can see potential breakout of upwards this way at 0.7528 being the resistance level, because the Kumo's up and Kijun-sen is up, and Chikou span above the candles. So if I see uptrend on the daily chart or lower time frames, I also look for buy chance and expect the market breaks that resistance level. It might not gonna happen next week, but in the long term, next month or next month, the breakout could happen, and by expecting that, I will be looking for buy chance in lower time frames. And finally, I cover the Swiss franc JPY. This one is also up move. The Kumo's up. The price is supported by the Kijun-sen, not only once, but it's been supported by twice and 3 times, and you can take it as a 4th time and 5th time. So the market has been above the Kijun Sen and looks like it's been a pattern. So next week could be bullish, but once again, when the market breaks the Kijun Sen downwards sometime next week, and then we better stop looking for buy chance. Well, we might see downtrend in the daily chart or forward chart anyways when it happens, so you know that's not the timing to buy anymore. So let me switch to the gold XAU USD. I know lots of traders are interested in gold recently because it's been volatile. So as per weekly chart basis, the price is supported by the Senko span B, and now it's going up. So, but simply speaking, I don't see any trends because it's been ranging. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat also, and Chikou span too close with the candles, and I don't see any trends direction. So in the price is exactly in the Kumo on the weekly chart. So in this condition, in lower time frames, it becomes very tricky. Last week was strong bearish trend, but looks like it stopped last week, and now it's bullish, or it's kind of supported by the Senko span B, and now it's ranging. So right now I don't see any trends direction on the gold, so most likely I stay away from next week. And then let me cover the WTI crude oil, and this is bullish. No doubt this is bullish. The Kumo has been up, Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. And this is exactly the market that I want to be in. So we can be positive to look for buy in lower time frames on this one. So this one definitely I will keep an eye on the lower time frames, and the previous resistance level is at 77.22. So please make sure that once the market reaches that level, it might retrace backwards. But until then, we can still look for buy chance. Okay, so let me cover the indexes now. First, starting from Nikkei, the market is still in the P wave, and let's see, the Kumo's still flat, and within the P wave, what I look at is the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen location. So let me hide the candles and whether the Tenkan Sen is above the Kijun Sen or not. So here in this example, in the P wave, you can see the dead cross of Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and in this case, I don't see any potential breakout upwards. But the market could retrace backwards, and it might go down to the lower level of this P wave is what we can expect. And also Chikou span is getting closer, and once the Chikou span exactly overlaps with the past candles, and then you know that it's going to be in a range market. Let's move on to Dow Jones. Dow Jones has been flat also. The market has been retracing backwards now, and last week was bullish, but it's been ranging right now. I can see that the Kumo's flat, Kijun Sen is angled up, but overall structure still looks to be flat. So I would wait until the market breaks that resistance level of 35,180 area, and then look for buy. Otherwise, I won't take any trades. And moving on to Nasdaq here. Nasdaq looks to be very good. Last week it broke the previous doji candlesticks, and now looks to be bullish. The Kumo's up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles too. So next week onwards, it could be continuously bullish. It's been in the N wave, supported by this Kijun Sen on the weekly chart. So next week or next week, there might be a retracement to Kijun Sen, but I can see in the long term this is bullish still. And then let's move on to S&P 500. This one is also up. Yeah, the Kumo's up, Kijun Sen is up, and also the price has been supported by this Tenkan Sen in this S&P. And last week also, the market was supported by the Tenkan Sen, and now it broke the previous high. So this is bullish, and we can still look for the buy chance next week onwards. And moving on to Euro stocks, this is bullish too. Looks like almost all the indexes are now bullish. The Kumo's up, it broke the previous high, retest is happening after the breakout of the resistance level at 4052.8 area, and now there's a retest. And next week, the market could be bullish still continuously, and we can look for buy. So I will mark this one also, and then let's move on to FTSE 100. FTSE looks to be flat now because Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and the market is now consolidating. So here I would say that there is no direction, or the market could retrace backwards to Kijun Sen. So watch out for the retracement is my advice in FTSE 100. But once the market breaks the previous high at 7220.52, then that will be a buy chance. Otherwise, it could retrace, or it could be in the range market still. So I will take my flag out from this one as it's ranging. And let's move on to CAC France. Okay, this one is up right now. Kumo's up, Kijun Sen is up, Tenkan Sen retracing, but the Chikou span above the candles. And I can see potential bullishness on the weekly chart. So after these two consecutive doji candles from the week of 10th of May and 17th of May, the market is bullish still, and it may retrace backwards to the Tenkan Sen, but it may go up continuously. So I will mark this one also, CAC France. And let's move on to Nifty index. Yeah, Nifty is also bullish now. The Kumo's up, and I like this Kumo because this is very thick. And also the Senko span B looks to be up, and A is up also. Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both upwards, and Chikou span above the candle still. So this is bullish, and the market is about to break the previous resistance level of and also exact number of 15,900.15, and once it breaks next week, it can continuously go up in the direction. So Nifty, I will mark this one also. And Hansen index has been flat right now. There is no direction, it's in the P wave and no trace. Chikou span getting closer, so yeah, we better wait for the next N wave or next trend to come, or you can trade on lower time frame as well. And let's move on to AU200. It's been retracing backwards now. Now the Senko span B flat and A flat, and also this Kijun Sen flat too. And then the market is retracing backwards, and it can retrace back to Tenkan Sen or Kijun Sen in this condition. So now this is not a good timing to buy anymore. And let's move on to DAX index. DAX index still looks to be bullish because Kumo's up. You can see that the Senko span A is up and Kijun Sen is up also. The market has been supported by the Tenkan Sen once, twice, and 3 times now, and I can see the potential breakout of the resistance level, as well as the round number of 15,800.057 area. And once it breaks, that will be a good buy chance. Otherwise, the market can retrace or range, and Kumo will become flat, and the Kijun Sen can go flat, and then you don't look for buy chance anymore. But now still, I can see potential bullishness, so I will be looking for buy chance if I take trades on this particular market. So I will mark this one also. Alright, so now I cover the whole markets, indexes, and commodity, gold, and also oil, also the forex pairs. So now let's review the news for next week. So next week we're into the month of July. So first week of the month we have a lot of news. So just be careful for the volatility by the news, but let me pick the 28th of June to start, and also until July 2nd will be next week. So on Monday we have no big news, and Tuesday we have only one news, which is CPI in Germany. So watch out on the euro pair. On next Tuesday, the 29th, and the 30th of Wednesday, we have a GDP report in pound. So that could be affected by this news. And I think a couple of other news here. CPI, Consumer Price Index report in euro itself. So euro could be affected by this. And also ADP is the big news in the US. So next Wednesday, watch out the USD and euro. And Thursday, there will be this JPY Tenkan Large Manufacturing Index. So JPY could be affected by this on Thursday. And also in Australia, there will be trade balance report. So AUD could be affected by this. And then on Thursday, July 1st, there will be ISM manufacturing PMI. So USD could be affected by this. And then Friday, we have retail sales in Germany, and also, of course, non-farm payrolls in the US on Friday. So this is definitely you have to watch. So next week, to wrap up, I would mind the Euro CPI on the 30th of June on next Wednesday, and also ADP report in the US, which also happens the same day. And then I'll watch out, of course, the Friday's NFP, non-farm payrolls. And these will be the big events for next week. Alright, so that covers the whole markets in terms of news and technical analysis by Ichimoku. So now let me look at some comments on the chat. So let's see. But once again, thank you for joining, everyone. It's been very nice to see you. So if you liked today's live stream so far, please press the like button and click the bell button so that you get notified as I do these live streams or videos on my YouTube channel. So one quick announcement is that next week I will be flying from Japan to Dubai, and that will be relocation. I won't come back to Japan in the long term anymore. That will be relocation to Dubai. And my flight originally was planned on the 29th, but my flight is going to be 30th in Japan, and I will be arriving in Dubai on the July 1st on Thursday at 4 a.m. in local time. So next week, if I can record some videos, I will do it. Otherwise, I will think about something else to keep updated of learnings on my YouTube channel. So next week, most likely the live streams or less. So just watch out on the news and also trading pairs and markets is my advice. Alright, thank you for joining, everyone. Great to see you as usual. All right, let's see. Okay, Romeo says, what does it mean when the Tenkan-sen breakout of the cloud, or when both of the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen break out the cloud? Tenkan-sen breakout, Kijun-sen breakout of the Kumo is not really important, but the price breakout of the Kumo and Chikou-span breakout of the Kumo is more important. Yeah, I don't really focus on Tenkan-sen breakout or Kijun-sen breakout of the Kumo. Alright, Samrat and Henry, good to see you everyone. Thank you for joining. Alright, so once again, Euro-CAD is trending down on the weekly chart, and USD-CAD is also trending down, and pound-dollar is up right now. There might be a support by the Kijun-sen here, and also pound JPY still looks to be bullish, and then AUD-JPY looks to be up, and CAD-JPY is also up, and then CAD Swiss franc is also up move. Besides these markets, looks like all ranging in this weekly chart. Oh, Darrell, thank you for the reminder for the like button, as always. Good to see you here again. DGR says, have you ever tried trading markets other than Forex? I'm wondering how much of your videos can be applied on the US stocks. I haven't taken trades on US stock markets. That will be after I relocate to Dubai. But besides Forex, I trade gold and also oil and silver. And until I start to take trades on stock markets and indexes, I have been backtesting on some of the US stock markets, and based on my strategy, it's been working. So I can't wait until I take trades real on these stock markets. Then I will share my updates also in my YouTube channel. Alright, Alfredo, thank you for the reminder also, for the like button. Thank you for that. Alright, let's see. Okay, good to see you everyone. Thank you for joining. Emma says, can you trade stocks with your K strategy in the exact same way as you trade Forex, or do you need to think differently with stock markets? Maybe you need to be aware of the other things with stock markets too. I'm not a professional of stock markets, so I can't say anything about it, but I would be looking into volumes on stock markets. I think volume is more important than Forex, so I do look at the volumes in stock market, and also I will raise the time frames to be higher. On stock market indexes, I found we better follow weekly or sometimes monthly trends. So in Forex, especially these major pairs, I usually follow daily to lower time frames, but in stock markets indexes, I prefer to follow weekly or monthly trends. But I apply the same strategy, but the only difference will be the time frame. So that I will become more like a swing trades on these stocks and indexes. Alright, good to see everyone. Thank you for joining. Oh, you saw the video on the new place in Dubai? Yeah, it's coming soon. It's in 3 days is my flight. Well, time flies. Yeah, the month of June has been very difficult actually. It's been ranging and retracing everywhere. So this is when I start to look into or refine my strategy. I might be looking at the lower time frames. I mean, I might be following the 1 hour or lower time frame trends and take trades in the same way. Otherwise, if there's no trend on the daily chart or forward charts, then I won't use these time frames anymore. So let's see how it plays out on the month of July. So I keep trading with my strategy on the month of July, but at the same time, on the other side, I am actually investigating other strategies as well. You know, it's always nice to have backups. Yeah, always. Alright, Dinesh, thank you for joining. Great to see you from UK. Oh, Jeff, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the comment also. MH Vlogs, thank you for joining too. Thank you for the comment also. Yeah, GDRG too. Yeah, my flight is coming soon, so I'm so excited to happen. I still need to pack some things, but almost done. It's like a 90% done. So yeah, I will be getting the PCR test tomorrow, and I'm sure it's going to be negative. If it's positive, then I have to stay in Japan for a couple of days more. So I will let you know. You will see it on the Twitter or the second channel. I might be crying if I taste it positive. Yeah, Romin, you're welcome here. Oh, Sachini, thank you for the comment too. Yeah, I will have a safe flight. Yeah, Danish, thank you for your comment too. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, time flies. Time flies. Yeah. So yeah, no rush to trace. When we see market retracing, ranging, then simply take a day off or take a week off and come back to charts maybe a couple weeks later or days later and see if you have new trends in the market. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, because yeah, that's what I do. I think I will talk about it in the future live streams. World Tracker says, any video you archive in market currency correlations. I don't really talk about the correlations, but I simply screen charts and take trades, and I don't really focus on the correlations because sometimes it doesn't work. So, and also for the news too. I don't trade by the news. I trade more based on the technical analysis by Ichimoku and price action and lines and multiple time frames. Alfredo says, okay, could you share how to do entry and exit on the bull trend? You can see my trade on the previous live stream. I had a special live stream a couple of days ago to celebrate over 30k subscribers. You can see the video here on my YouTube channel and scroll down a little bit and you can find this special live stream here. In this live stream, I took the real trade, so you can watch how I took that trade and entry and exit. I put the timestamp so you can click on the timestamp and you can watch the way I take trades. Well, that one was ranging, retracing, so it was not based on the KTS, but it was based on more on the Ichimoku Ichimoku strategy with multiple time frames plus price action. Oh, Amin, thank you for the comment. You're welcome here. Alright, good to see you here. So yeah, when I start to take trades on the stock market's indexes, for sure I will let you know. If I can change the name of this YouTube channel into like a Japanese, like a Trader K, for example, then I will do that also. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for today's live stream. So let's have a nice day for the rest of your day, for the weekend. Please take a good rest and charge yourself and get ready for the next trades on next week. Unfortunately, yeah, that's true. My subscribers becoming almost like 40k now. It grows so fast right now. So thank you for the support and comments and participations as well. I really appreciate. Without your supports and participations, I wouldn't be doing this on my YouTube channel. So I really appreciate, and it's been my honor to be able to do this on my YouTube channel. Okay, so once again, thank you for joining, and have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Alright, everyone, mata ne. Thank you.